Hello folks, time for another video and shave. Had to wait for the hot water to come back because my son was in the shower. He jumped in the shower before I was able to get into the bathroom here. And anyway, I got a big hair floating around in my sink. Definitely not mine. Anyway, so I saw a lot of shaving the days lately. On the soap that I used to use a lot of, and I'm so bummed out that they closed shop, and that was Reef Point. Now, the only soap that I have left from Reef Point was because I made an order right before Eric decided to close, I believe that was his name, was Eric, before Eric decided to close his shop, and that is Test Depth. I can't turn it right there. Anyway, this scent is one of my favorites as far as aquatics. It's got that very, very like deep ocean kind of scent. It's very fragrant. I actually took a snapshot a long time ago of the scent profile of the soap in case I ever needed to, because I don't think the website, I don't even know if the website's up anymore, but I did have it saved on my phone. I dug it up this morning. Back in my pictures, I had to go back and look for it back in the day. Alright, so the scents that are actually in Test Depth are saltwater, water lily, mulberry, vetiver, amber, and citrus. And it says if you're a fan of the fragrance Cool Water, so I guess it's after the, after the fragrance Cool Water, then this soap is for you. This soap gets its name from the term that describes the deepest depth a submarine will dive to. That's why I've always liked this soap. Now, my favorite Reef Point soap used to be, well, it still is, but I don't have any, was Dragon's Blood. That was my favorite. And that wasn't offered on the last couple cents that were left on his website before he closed up shop. So, today I'll be shaving with Test Depth. I know it's a bummer that you can't get this. I don't know if people may have it around, or I know it's not left on any other website because I've checked. I still have a little bit left in there. I stopped the bowl lathering, or lathering up from the tub when I found out there were going to be no more. So I have some in my bowl. It's kind of just been soaking. It's not a hard soap, but I just kind of soaked it while I was in the shower. It was actually soaking wet. I got, a couple days worth of growth there. As far as razor today, I'm going to change it up too. I'm going to shave with a Maggards razor today. Not the well, it is a V3 head, but it's their mild V3 head. I've never really seen any videos on this. Everybody uses the regular V3 head, or they use the aggressive, but this is the mild V3 head, which I'll show you the razor, the head later, but it doesn't have any posts that go through the blade. It uses the old style of, like the Gillette, I think it was the, what Gillette was this head? Was this for a British Gillette? I can't remember the name of it. It's right on the tip of my tongue there. But it doesn't have any posts. It just has 4 little stanchions in each corner there. But I'll show you later. It's supposed to be the mild head. I don't really remember because I haven't used this in a while. And blade-wise in there, I have a Wilkinson sword blade on its first use. And I'd make sure it was the right blade before I stuck it in there. Because, my blades got mixed up last time. Alright, so I'm going to bowl out of that with my 30mm tuxedo knot there, my Predator brush from Rich Man Shaving. I have it soaking, even though it's synthetic. I don't have to soak it, but, I soak it anyway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to prep with the cube as a pre-shave. Yeah, it was such a bummer. I think it was around about a year, around this time last year, or I don't actually remember the exact time when. I remember seeing the post that Test Depth, or not Test Depth, but Reef Point was going to be closing shop, and I was like, what? He was one of the first soaps that I actually really saw being used a lot in early YouTube videos, but I think I remember reading what he said, and it was just basically like you know, with all these artisans, excuse me, with all these artisan soaps out there, I don't think it was he was getting any love from the shaving community. That really nobody was using the soaps anymore. Even though I love the soaps, but my YouTube channel is tiny. I don't reach the masses like other people do, so such a shame, because the quality of the soaps are awesome. And I remember the packaging and shipping is just, you know, I remember it came quickly and it was packaged nicely. Alright, so I'm just going to let this chill on my face while I bowl lather this up, and I think I'll just keep the camera running. I'm still recording. Having trouble with the eyes today. The sun's coming in at a weird angle. So we got the Reef Point Test Depth in the bowl. Going to use the Predator brush. There is a little bit of the soap left in here from my last shave. It smells so good. And I'm not a big cologne kind of, you know, scent kind of guy, but I really like the way this smells. Even though this is, you know, supposedly off of cold water scent, it just has that. Like it says, test depth. A deep, deep ocean scent. And since it's still nice and hot in here in New Jersey, I figured, hey, you know, why not? But you know I'm not a seasonal kind of shaver. I shave whatever I'm in the mood for. Now this soap is awesome because you could throw lots of water at it. And sometimes I really hate shaving with a soap on camera with that's where you can't get anymore, because I know it's kind of frustrating. That why are you shaving with something I can't get? Well, I was just in the mood today. Just in the mood for this soap. Because I saw a couple of shave of the days on other, you know, some Facebook groups there, and I was like, you know, hey, why not? It's always a great performing soap, Reef Point soaps. What I really do miss is I really do miss Dragon's Blood. That was such a great scent. And even though other artisans out there make Dragon's Blood, it wasn't the same. I've had samples from other artisans, and it just wasn't the same. Oh, this whips up nice and creamy. You could actually throw tons of water at it. Get that test depth with lots of water. Actually got enough lather in here for like a week. I didn't load it up too heavy, but I did put a lot of soap in the bowl. Just rinsing my handle off there. I kind of got some suds on the handle. Man, this is good stuff. Look at that. I'm just gonna go with it from here because it's pretty awesome. Right now my house is kind of quiet. I hope it stays that way. My kids are out. The wife went to go visit somebody in the hospital, had a baby. So she'll be out for a little while, I think. That's slick. And the slickness on the soap is great too. But the cube, some slickness going on there, that's for sure. Alright, so we're going to put some Reef Point Test Depth, as in test. That nice big old 30mm knot really covers my face. Yeah, I really don't see too many Shave of the Days or YouTube videos with any of the Maggards heads. And it's such a great deal because if you don't have the big bucks, not the big bucks, but if you don't have a ton of money to buy like, you know, a razor that's, you know, 40 or 50 or 60 bucks, you know, for about 20 some dollars, you can get an awesome DE razor from Maggards by buying the head and the handle. When the handles are on sale sometimes, because I actually got that handle, I think, for 10 bucks or something like that on there. This is my M16 handle that's on here. And that's the Maggards V3 mild head. Oh yeah. I believe, now that I remembered, if I remember reading the reviews right on this razor head, or the specs, the British Gillette Tech is what this head is designed after. And I think I just hit that mole on my face. Even though it is a mild razor, still gotta be careful. I get so used to using the Rockwell because the Rockwell is my daily driver. When I grab another razor, I forget sometimes. Like it says, even though this is their mild head, still gotta be careful. I haven't used this razor in a while too, and I was like, yeah, let me give it a shot today because I kind of like to keep all my razors in rotation. Even though I do have a lot of vintage razors that my buddy Rick Jefferson sent me a while back, I really don't use those a lot because they're vintage and I get them nice and clean and shiny, and they shave well, but I kind of like to keep them around as keepsake, especially that 1903 or 1905 Gillette that my wife found for me. That's in that old vintage case. Yeah, it did nick my little mole that I have on my face, but hopefully it won't bleed too bad. That was a great first pass, sorry. And slickness is great. I want to get that lather away from my ear again because I don't want it to go in my ear, because lately I've been dunking lather in my ears. Alrighty, some more test depth from Reef Point. big old 30 millimeter knot there. Definitely an awesome size knot. Alrighty. A little against the grain. See, even though this is a mild head, I can still feel that blade in here pretty good. It does have great feedback. The reason why I picked the Wilkinson sword blade today was because it was kind of sitting there on top of all my blades there in my drawer. So I figured, why not? I got another weeper there too. Anybody see Paul's video? It was pretty cool. He was shaving by the ocean, by a lighthouse, which I thought was pretty cool. That's something else that kind of triggered me into grabbing the Reef point, because it's an aquatic, you know, scent, and it was very nostalgic for me because it was one of my first artisan soaps, and I could thank Nick Shaves for that one, because I remember watching his videos and he was a big Reef Point fan. And if I remember, I think Test Depth was one of his favorites too. Alright. Even though that blade is mild, definitely takes care of business. Not the blade, I mean the razor. Alright, so I'm just going to empty my sink, because it looks like a fur fest. And since I do have a couple small weepers, I am going to hit myself up with some alum today. But I just noticed when I just rubbed my face that I still have a little bit right there. Hold on, folks, I gotta answer this. Sorry, folks, that was my mom. Gotta pick up mom when she calls. She's actually out with my kids right now. So had to grab that call, sorry. Alrighty, so I'm just going to do a cold water rinse real quick. Or should I say lukewarm? Not warm, but not really cold. Still hot here in New Jersey, so even though it's almost the end of September, the water is still kind of room temperature. Our water comes from the mountains up here in New Jersey. And yes, New Jersey does have mountains. We also have 1,000 lakes. We're over us, like 1,000 lakes. Not all of them are big, but people always think in New Jersey has some big old chemical state, but that's only near the airports when you come in, so. But that's why we're called the Garden State. But anyway. Alright, so I don't know why I dry. I always dry my face like a stunad there when I know I have to. Somebody got my sink towel all dirty with some kind of ink. I think my daughter was in here doing her hair or something. My granddaughter. Alright, so I'm going to hit myself with some alum. There. Which I don't know why I dried my face. Oh yeah, the alum I'm going to use is my alum stick from Omega. Oops. There was just some hairs in my sink. My neck is a little red there today. Like I said, even though it's a mild blade, wow. I am getting some serious feedback on this alum block, or alum stick. Whoa! It's almost like fire on my face. Yeah, even though that razor is a mild head, I have wimpy skin, I guess, so. Because I'm getting some good feedback on this alum. That means when I throw my aftershave I plan on putting on, it's really going to be a zinger. Alrighty. Just dry on my alum stick. So that was the Omega alum stick. Let me turn it the wrong way. Good stuff there. I'll just let that kind of chill in my face for a little bit before I wash it off. So that was Reef Point's test depth. Hopefully one day he'll come back. He'll come back and make some soap. Alright, so that was the Maggards V3 mild head, and with the M16 stainless handle. I will show you what I'm talking about as far as inside is concerned. Alright, so inside here, oops, there's the blade, but there are no post holes except for the center, as you can see. Each corner has a little divot in there for the top cap, because the top cap has these 4 little stanchions, well, a stanchion in each corner, if you can see it there. Now supposedly that is off, that design is off of the British Gillette Tech, of what year I do not know. And then they just go together with the 4 corners, and it holds it nicely there, as you can see it right there. I know there's a lot of razors out there with that kind of design. And like I said, the blade was the Gillette Wilkinson sword. A Gillette Wilkinson sword. Just put that up on my rack until I clean it up. And the blade, as you can see, actually I think it's just a Wilkinson sword. Yeah, it's just a, no, it's the Gillette Wilkinson sword, sorry. I'm stupid today. Not paying attention, and I don't have my glasses on, so. There you go, so you can see it. Alrighty, and the brush was my Rich Man Predator brush with the big old 30 mil knot in there, which is the tuxedo knot. Boom, look at that, huh? It's great soap. But my face is stinging today. Now originally there was I think there was a 24 or a 26 millimeter in this brush. It was a tuxedo knot. But I always said to myself that with the big massive handle that this brush has, I need a bigger knot. Plus I got a big old fat face, so, you know, bigger knot's fine. Plus it's a great video, plus it's a great brush when I'm doing my videos because I bowl lather. And that big knot is such a great bowl out on knot. And I love the handle on this. It's awesome green and black. My favorite color is a Rich Man brush. I've had that brush for at least over a year. It was my first Rich Man brush I ever got. And it's got that nice 30mm tuxedo in it now. Good stuff. And I actually have to compress it a little bit to put it in my stand, because that knot is so big. Alright. Let me actually just wash out my timeless ball real quick. Probably going to have some soap on the bottom, because I did load that kind of heavy. Actually, there's actually not much. There's a little tiny bit that I'm going to just wash out. Not enough to save for another shave. Really gets in those little crevices though. That's for sure. I'll tell you one thing though. My water is super hot and it wants to be. Alrighty. So that was the timeless bowl. I can really feel that salty feeling from the alum on my lips. Timeless bowl. Always a great performer on camera. There's the logo. There's those nice ridges inside. I just like using this. I have a couple ceramics and I have a couple scuttles, but this is the bowl I like to use on camera, just because if I clang the brush against the sides, it doesn't make that god-awful noise. I got like a little weeper there. And I did hit my little mole there a little bit, but I think I'll be okay. I think I'll survive. Alright, so now I'm just going to rinse that alum off. Just trying to see how far into the video I am. But I did pause it, so I don't actually know where I'm at. To pick up that phone call. All right. To make sure I don't have any lather left in my ears. Alright. Now my face is very dry and very, no slickness left there. So, what I always liked to pair with this soap was the good old Pinaud Clubman. Just Clubman Pinaud. Yeah, that's an eye-opener. All right. That's some good stuff. Keeping it simple today. All right, folks, I don't think I missed anything. That was the Test Depth by Reef, which no longer around. What a bummer. Definitely miss Reef Point soaps. I miss Dragon's Blood. God, do I miss Dragon's Blood from them. Anyway, I think I said that enough. Always got that hair. Alright, folks, so if you enjoyed my shave today and my video, thumbs up. If you didn't like it, thumbs down. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're already not a subscriber. And, yeah, good shave. And until next shave, Glenn signing off.